Hi, this is Liz. This is my Let's Play of Mass Effect 1. And we have just finished going through the Maroon Sea, and that took pretty much all of my time. Because I just kept driving up the side of mountains, and I'm very sorry. I hope you skipped that part. So now we're back on the Normandy, and we are about to go into the Voyager cluster, that's right. Where are we? Yes, we are. We're at the Voyager cluster. We're gonna zoom out. And Voyager Kepler Verge? Oh, yes. Kepler first. We weren't gonna go to the Voyager cluster. We're gonna do this first. And there's only two systems here. There's Newton. And Herschel.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I've received some troubling information, Commander. We need your help. Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
Gosh, how can I help?
I'm happy to look into it, Admiral. What can you tell me?
All 4 scientists worked on a classified project on a cruise. There was a brutal massacre there years ago. An entire unit was killed by Thresher Maws. It was classified as a natural hazard, but the project dates coincide with the attacks.
That sounds suspicious.
That can't be a coincidence.
There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne. I'm transmitting his last known coordinates. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
I just love his eyeballs. Okay, Antaram, we can definitely go there. So I'm going to start with the other planets. Sesmos. It's an ice dwarf world. It's got unusually large and beautiful ring of ice crystals. It's a result of a glancing equatorial impact which left a large trench and threw a great deal of melted water into the atmosphere. The rings are a temporary feature that will completely decay in a few thousand years. Even Saturn's rings are going to go away. They're just temporary things. Jonkro. It is a gas giant. It's tipped on its side, so its north pole faces the star Newton. We get gas from that. Fantastic. Glencory, which is a rock and ice planet. It's famously claimed by the eccentric Volus billionaire Kuman Shoal. He claims that a vision of a higher being told him to seek on Glencory the lost crypts of beings of light. These entities were supposedly created at the dawn of time to protect organic life from synthetic machine devils. That sounds like we might want to look into that. Shoal has been excavating on Glencory's toxic surface for 2 decades at great expense. No government has valued the world enough to evict his small army of mercenaries. We get some matriarch writings. Scans of the planet Glencory revealed the cockpit of a Volus trading vessel. There are no signs of the rest of the ship. The salvage team discovered one of matriarch Dilanega's writings in the ship's system. We don't hear anything about matriarch Dilanega later, I don't think. Antaram. Antaram. Okay. I think I'm just going to throw this pen out. Though Antaram's surface is uncomfortably hot, its nitrogen, oxygen atmosphere, and abundant shallow seas make it an ideal candidate for habitation by most known species. Unfortunately, the orbit of the moon of Thonal has been slowly decaying since the system coalesced. Its proximity is beginning to have tidal effects, and its dynamo-like revolution through Antaram's magnetic field is generating increasingly powerful electrical storms. While some have suggested emplacement of Mass Effect drives in an attempt to lighten the moon and correct its orbit, the scale of such a project, tens of thousands of drives costing enough to bankrupt the governments of all the Citadel of Rhesus, make it a pipe dream. A multiracial effort is underway to catalog and preserve the unique genetic diversity of Antaram's vibrant young biosphere. Exogeny Corp and Haven Genomics represent the Alliance's share of the effort. That's kind of sad, isn't it? So surface temperature is 58 degrees Celsius. That's quite uncomfortable. Let's take our boys again. I don't feel like they've got enough of an airing. I'm gonna try to do a shorter video today, just about an hour. And I'm gonna try not to go directly up top of mountains this time because it was just a pain in the butt last time. So we are here. We should go over here. Behind us. And didn't he mention thresher maws? So I assume we're gonna see a thresher maw on occasion. Look at the lightning. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I watched another person do Garrus's, oh, that's such a cool effect. Garrus's, oh. See, that other planet had huge bugs? And actually, it's this planet that has huge bugs. Hello, huge bugs. Hi. Oh, it looks like we're gonna get a Turian insignia. I'm stuck. We don't know what happened to him. He has an ancient paper book with the Bostra Outpost insignia printed on the cover. Okay. So anyway, what I was gonna say is that I watched somebody do his romance and she's just like, this isn't great. I'm like, what? What? Because to start off with, Garrus says, there's no one I respect more in this galaxy than you. And I think that's the most amazing thing. Love is all well and good, but respect, wow, you know? And to just say that. Anyway, I'm like fangirling. I love Garrus so much. But I'm going to romance somebody else this time, and I'm not going to tell you who. And it's somebody I've never seen romance. I've never watched the romance. I don't know anything about it, so... I know I've been flirting with Ashley, but... it's not going to be her. Let's go up the side of this hill here. See the... oh, that's brilliant. Oh, wow. And that's what's going to crash into the planet and kill everything. That's just nature for you. It's not even worth being sad about. It just happens sometimes. Looks like I want to go where people want to shoot me. Okay. Yay! You guys, I mean, you should just see that Mako coming and know that you are completely outclassed. Alright, save. If somebody turns up to your research facility in a tank, leave. It's just not worth it. Just not worth it. I know. I know I'm almost at capacity. I know. There's gonna be a lot of mercenaries in here. Which is lovely.
Slow down.
Shield disabled.
Can I like... There we go. Oh, Garrus is having a hell of a time. Where's the last one? Come on. There's always somebody. There's always somebody. Okay. Leighton. Oh, come on, I'm stuck. Okay. I don't know whether that's any better, but I'll take it. That's how I feel about this whole game. I really like all the loot. I like loot. I like kitting my team out. I like having a... They didn't pay for that upgrade, I guess. Just the one room, thank you.
Stay back! I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman! Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
It's Corporal! Corporal Toombs! You don't get to lie! Not today! Today it all comes out!
So, if you choose a different backstory, you'll know this guy. Sort
What
of.
all comes out? I'm listening. But I need you to put that gun down.
You don't understand. I don't want to kill anyone. I want to go to sleep without screaming in my dreams. I want the people who sent me to Akuz brought to justice.
Can't you see that Toombs is crazy? Shoot him!
But if I can't get that, I'll have to settle for killing the men who took my life away.
Tell me about this.
What did the doctor do to you, Corporal?
We were on Akuz. When the Thresher Maws hit, my entire unit was wiped out. The Thresher Maws, the scientists were studying them. They let them hit our unit just to watch. I woke up in a holding cell. The scientists were delighted I'd survived. Now they had someone to run tests on.
What kind of tests are we talking about?
You can't believe Toombs. He doesn't have any proof. I demand a fair trial.
Ever had Thresher Maw acid in your veins? I have. They wanted to see what it would do. They're part of some organization,
Cerberus!
that runs
Yay!
secret tests like this.
Our
They
favorite.
treated me like a lab animal. This is justice. This man deserves to die. So, are you going to kill me or not?
I don't think so.
You're better than this, Toombs. You're not like them.
Don't tell me who I am. You got away with a few scratches and a scary reputation. The rest of the unit died, and I was tortured for years, Shepard. You can't judge me. You don't have the right.
I couldn't help them.
Toombs, if I could have helped you on a cruise, I would have. All I can do is help now. Let me.
Okay. I'm no murderer. They couldn't make me one. Just as long as he goes to trial. Maybe the screaming will stop now. I don't know.
Those bastards can't hurt you anymore. Joker, tell the 5th Fleet we need a ship for pickup.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Toombs stares morosely at the floor, lost in his memories. You give the scientist a shove toward the door. Your mission is complete. The Alliance courts will take it from here. And I get 8 more Paragon points. Woohoo! Let me look at myself. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 12 out of 16. Just a little bit. A little bit more. That's pretty good. I can almost do some horrible renegade choices. I can't wait. There is a mineral. We will try to get it. I'm not going to kill myself trying to get it though, because I spent way too much time trying to find... Actually, I did finally find it, but I wasn't going about it the right way. And I did realize that, but I couldn't figure out a different way to do it. Palladium. I know we've got an awful lot of these to look for, so otherwise I'd look at my journal. Actually, why don't I look at my journal anyway? I'm interested. Valuable minerals. Got about half for each. Which is good, it kind of makes sense. Okay, so shall we go back to Normandy? Yes. So that was a Newton.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I reviewed your report on the situation, Commander. I'm glad to see you were able to take Dr. Wayne in alive. Now we can put him on trial and get some answers. Corporal Toombs seems to have found some closure, and hopefully with therapy, he'll have a normal life again someday. Thank you again for your assistance, Commander. 5th Fleet out.
That's right, I'm the good guy. I'm Superman. I'm swooping in to get all this stuff sorted. And now to Herschel. Right, Cloaca. It is a moderate-sized terrestrial world, but that's about it. Seems hydrocarbon atmosphere. It's not that cold. I bet they could terraform that. It would be fine. Maybe is it? Yeah, they could terraform that. I wonder why that's not like listed there. Maybe there's something about it that keeps it from being terraformed. Ah. Then there is Klugen, which has chlorine and ionized gases. 100 moons. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, there's a ship here. We will look at the ship after we look at the other 2 planets. Matal. Several attempts to chart Matal have been made, but none have been successful. By normal standards, a small rock planet, Matal has a dense atmosphere composed of carbon dioxide and argon with a surprising amount of water vapor. Fogs and rains are common on the barren, lifeless surface. Matal is pleasant enough to be considered a terraforming prospect, though its low mass and high radiation of the energetic blue star Herschel places it fairly far down on the list. So it's like blue stars. It's like a flame. So red stars are cooler than yellow stars are cooler than blue stars are cooler. Wait, is it white stars that are hottest? I don't know. Something like that anyway. And its surface gravity is half of Earth's. So I can see why. Terrestrial world, nearly twice the size of Earth, dense atmospheres, scorching hot surface, and people are mining it because it is a mineralogical treasure trove. So MSV Fidel. It's a Kowloon class. Oh, need to take Garrus. Taking Garrus, taking Caden. Okay. Looks like people want to kill us already. This is what I don't get. Okay, well maybe if you're boarding a vessel out in space, you probably talk to them first. Say, hey, by the way, if you don't want to all be murdered, maybe you talk to us first and see whether we can come to some agreement. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Throw. That's weird that they just throw test subjects at you. I think they wouldn't be very up to much, you know? Alright. There's a lot of different types of zombies in this game. This game has like so many types of zombies.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me from those things.
Commander, that's him. That's Dr. Saleon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
Garrus?
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy. He's crazy. Please, don't let him do this to me.
Yeah, I want some Paragon points, Garrus. Plus, you're not going to be a bad guy for me.
We'll take him in. Drop him off with the military.
But we have him. We can't let him get away.
Think,
Not again.
Garrus.
If he dies, we'll never know what he's been up to or how he did it. We'll take him in, interrogate him, and he'll serve his time.
Okay. You're right. You're a very lucky Solarian. You owe the Commander your life.
Oh, thank you so very much.
Oh, we get to kill him anyway.
And so he dies anyway. What was the point of that?
I'll tell you, Garrus.
You can't predict how people will act, Garrus. But you can control how you'll respond. In the end, that's what really matters.
Yeah. I don't think I ever met anyone like you, Commander. Well, I guess we're done here.
He's dead. We can go back to Normandy. Right, Garrus? You're not going to be evil for me. No, no, no. We're just going to overwrite it. This one... We'll try it. I get stuck. It gets stuck. It's probably because I'm kind of doing it in kind of a mad... rush. Try again. If it doesn't do it the second time, then I will just... Take all. Hello, kitty. Take all. More stuff. I know. Stop bitching at me, game. I know. It's kind of mean that it just throws stuff at you. And then, like... Okay. So that's it. Garrus is still a good guy. We killed his professor, whatever, Dr. Hart. And murdered all the test subjects so they're no longer in pain. And it's a good day to be a member of the crew on the Normandy. Alright. Yes, let's go back to the Normandy. And the Herschel system is done. So now we have to go to the Voyager cluster. And I think it's a big one. Oh no, it's only got Yangtze and Amazon. So I think Yangtze has a planet, but I'm not sure about Amazon.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission complete burst from one of them.
Okay.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
Okay.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
That is serious.
I understand this must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
Alright, we'll try.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Oh yes, you do land on a planet. You land on Agabinium. Let's see, Tramara. It's just a gas giant. Cybin. It's just a rock and ice planet. It's got green serpentine, a mineral formed by volcanic activity. This suggests it was more geologically active in the past. Got Senedma. Okay, it's less dense than its neighbor, and it's got a frozen surface. Danuka. An enormous terrestrial world, nearly twice the size of Earth. Its environment is similar to that of Mars, arid with a mix of craggy basalt highlands and sand-scoured deserts of iron-laced silicate dust. So it's not exactly exciting. And then Agabinium. Look at it. It's cool, isn't it? Small terrestrial world with an extremely thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. Though the planet has sufficient mass to maintain a much thicker atmosphere, much of it has been blasted away. The red giant Amazon is a long-period variable star currently at the nadir of a 16-year cycle. At peak, its energy output doubles, lashing Agabinium with intense heat and radiation. The crust is mainly composed of aluminium, with deposits of 10. Most of the surface is coated with fine silicate dust, which easily penetrates the smallest cracks to foul machinery. So its orbital period has got 2 Earth years. Its day length is twice that of Earth, almost. Atmospheric pressure, it's got a thin atmosphere, and it's a cold planet. I just want to zoom out real quick. Its sun is quite close, but it's a red dwarf, I think. It's a red giant. Oh, I see. So it's actually enormous, which is why it looks like that, but it's cold. Alright, let's land. So this is Agabinium. I'm making a note of all these planets. I'm just gonna stick, actually, or not Rex, Tally, let's do it. I'm sure people, if anybody actually watches this, which I doubt, somebody's gonna get mad because I never take Tally anywhere. But I don't care. And I think this is Thresher Maw territory. Look at that sun, isn't that amazing? And it moves. So a real red giant will kind of pull, it will kind of like coruscate. It's like, if you're interested, you should look at what Betelgeuse is theorized to look like. It's all gnarled and it like, I don't know, it doesn't pulse, but it kind of twists in on itself. It's very neat. You can tell from looking at it that it's just one giant explosion. Okay. Well, let's disembark. First, let's look at the map. Let's disembark. Let's find out what awaits us in here.
The signal's coming from a mine?
This smells.
I agree. The probe did not crash. Someone moved it here.
Whoever did it is in danger.
They may not know what they have. Let's find it before they set it off.
Right.
I've got 2 points. Ooh. Yes. I must have reached some threshold somewhere. What was I going for? Shock Trooper? I think so. Erdnot, what you want? Kurgan Battlemaster. Talazora? Let's start putting it into armor. And let's save. It's like they get all of their mining equipment from the same place. Now I do have a kick-ass combat sensor on my gun here. And yes, I do have my pistol equipped. So if there's anyone in here, theoretically, it should, Oh yes, I remember this now. Okay, I'm gonna save again.
That was a detonator. Someone just screwed us.
Shepard, at last.
Who are you?
You have me at a disadvantage.
You don't remember me. No matter. I remember you. I never forget anyone I've fought. My name is Ilanos Halliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
An acclaimed leader?
In most criminal organizations, it's the one who's recognized as the most successful.
That's correct. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colony. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
You attacked Elysium.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed because of you. Your damnable holding action.
My crew will come for me.
Oh, let them. We'll be ready. An Alliance warship would make a fine prize. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, the ores here are laced with heavy metals. I'm afraid your suit radios aren't powerful enough to transmit out.
Let's negotiate.
It doesn't have to be like this, Halliot.
Empty words from a dead man. Goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
No one panic.
We've got air and light, and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
Okay, have to disable the bomb. Right, so manually disable hardpoint. Do. If only I wasn't so bad at this. Manually disable hardpoint. And... oh no. Manually disable hardpoint. Thankfully, I took Telly with us. Okay. Disable the bomb. But he collapsed the tunnel on us, so we have to go out a different way. Should have taken Garrus with me. I realize that now. Alright. So, because over this little hill is an encampment. And they're not shooting at us yet. But our ship is back there. You know what? There is something. Up here? Is there? Should I get in the Mako? Is it gonna let me do this? On foot? Okay, yeah, it will let me do it on foot, so I'm just gonna go really quickly because it will take just as long to get the Mako. They took my Mako. I'm really upset with them. There we go. I should have taken Garrus because I do miss having a decent sniper rifle. Let's just look at my sniper rifles. The equalizer. Yeah. So we're going to just mod it out with... we'll take some incendiary rounds. And we'll give it some... okay, well, that's good. Alright, so maybe I'll be able to kill a couple of them. How many times do I have to shoot this Krogan? Alright. Barrier. Alright, let's wait till my shields regenerate and my health regenerates and everything. And then we'll switch over to my actual weapon and go down in there and shoot him. Tally. Barrier, okay. Okay, well, let's see if there's any loot at all. I don't think there is. No. Well, there is something green and glowing here. Oh, it's gone. Aw. Huh. Let's see, is there anything else on the map? There is a question mark over here, so let's spend the time on that. Thankfully, this does not appear to be too hilly. Oh, I just ran right over it. Okay.
Here it comes.
Whoop. Oh, another Terry insignia. How lovely. Okay, so back to the Normandy. And we've done the Amazon. So now we go to Yangtze. And then, after Yangtze, we can go, and do, oh, which one is it? It is Novaria. Yeah. Ranchato? Ranchato? Hot Jupiter. think I said this before, but hot Jupiters are just... Most star systems that we can tell are twin. I think. So this is just one that isn't a twin. It just didn't have enough mass in it to turn it into a star. Binthu. Let's do the other planets and then come back to Binthu. Drager. Small, barren rock world has a weak magnetic field. Utterly uninteresting. Alrumter? Weird. Small, rocky terrestrial planet with a trace atmosphere. It's cold. It's got a Prothean data disk from that, which is nice. Patagiri. Which is also kind of boring. Trace atmosphere, chlorine gas in the planet itself, but Binthu we can land on. So Binthu has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide with a permanent haze of toxic chlorine and clouds of sulfur dioxide that periodically drop torrents of acidic rain on the surface. Its crust is mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of calcium. Like most worlds in the Voyager cluster, Binthu has only been charted within the last 20 years by Alliance surveyors. There's no known native ecology. Data about the world is surprisingly brief and generic, painting a picture of an unpleasant and uninteresting place. Surface temperature, hot. Atmospheric pressure, pretty good. But the surface temperature means that it will never be habitable unless the star changes. Going with my guys. Ooh, rocks right away. Okay, first I'm gonna get those rocks. Research facility, debris, research facility, research facility. Okay, so there's 3 research facilities. There's some debris, and then there's an anomaly. So anyway, I'm gonna get the rocks. I kind of feel like because there's so much acid rain, the acid rain has worn away the rocks, so they're a bit like, you know, like they look like they've been worn away, don't they? Compared to like the last planet where they were quite sharp. Palladium. Now it says there's no known ecology. The description said there's no known ecology, but I mean, there's clearly plant life here. Did you see how my mouse jumped around there? I really should buy a new mouse. Alright, let's go to the closest facility here. And they're not happy to see us. Why is that? Why is that always the case? Never happy to see me. Never like, Shepard, come in, have a cup of coffee. Tell me about yourself. How's your mom? Talk to me about life. How does it feel being a real badass? Pretty empty place. I feel like these are going to be creepers or something like that. Oh yes. I remember now. Rachni workers. Pretty interesting, huh? Okay, so that was Rachni workers. Pretty interesting. Rachni. You guys probably know all about the Rachni, but maybe I'll just talk about them for a little bit. So, if you played all the games...
Looks like Cerberus has other bases on this world, Commander.
Yes, I know. I know there are. If you played the other games, you'll know that the Rachni were killed by the Krogan. Basically. I mean, the other Citadel races tried to kill them, but they just didn't have the manpower or something. So they threw the Krogan at them, because the Krogan can have 1,000 young in 1 year. The Krogan won. So that's why you see all the statues to Krogan and all that good stuff. Should I go here and here and here and here? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then the Rachni weren't around anymore, and they did the genophage because there was a Krogan rebellion. Because the Krogan can't help but be horrible to everybody. They're just nasty, as a rule. They're warlike. Oh, look at that! Oh wow, see that? That's rain falling from the sky over there. That is super gorgeous. I mean, just super gorgeous. Wow. completely lost my train of thought now. Okay. Now, the game likes you to believe that Krogan are not particularly dangerous. Not really. You know, they're not really that warlike, because they used to have... Oh. That's great. Okay. Barrier, come on.
I wonder what kind of genetic mutant Cerberus has been cooking up at the next base.
Yeah, Cerberus does that. Cerberus is also not a great thing. Ugh. And it is purely human. Right, so before I play this again, I really need to deal with my inventory. And I will. I'll deal with my inventory, and then we will go to... not Vermeer. What's the other one? Novaria. Because I can only take 14 more items. 12 more items. Oh, for pity's sake. Stuck. This was easy decryption too. This is so annoying. Okay. So there you have it. I'm trying to convince you all that the Krogan are not all that great. I love the Krogan. Don't you worry. I really do. especially in Andromeda. I know that people don't like Andromeda, but the Krogan in Andromeda are just great. I mean, they're just like, they are unabashedly themselves. Right, we're getting close to the 1 hour mark. Might not be finished with this by the time it's an hour. I do need to do something, so I can't really stay for longer than that. Look at this ore deposit, shall we? Because I have never, I love the Krogans, so I've never been mean to anybody in the Krogan. I just love them. So I'm just so nice to them. But the thing is that there's no way, even if Rex and Eve are able to make sure that everybody behaves themselves, even if that happens, the next generation of Krogan, like 500 years from now, they're just gonna do the same thing. They're going to be mad. They're not going to be able to handle themselves. They're just going to recover artifacts. So, all right. Another Prothean artifact. Another 18 of those, and maybe we'll have the rest of our quest. Silliness. Maybe we will be able to do this after all. Because we've got a few minutes left. Okay. Okay, this one is a little bit worse than the last one. I remember. Again, manual overrides. Only 8 more items. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, you see that? Those bastards are in Novaria. Oh, disabled, huh? Well, how about my barrier? Eat that.
Kahoku that much.
One last stop to make? What? You check for a pulse but find none. Admiral Kahoku is dead. Despite the ferocity of the creatures he was sealed in with, there are no signs of trauma on his corpse. The needle marks on his arms suggest a different means of execution.
Cerberus must have tracked him down.
Yeah. It's hideous what they do to people, Cerberus. Alright, I'm not gonna pick up anything else, so I'm just gonna pop out here. And I think that's... Let's look at my journal. Okay, I think that's it, isn't it? Oh, right, I have to go to the main Cerberus in the Columbia system of the Voyager cluster. Okay, well... we are in the Voyager cluster, so that is a new system that we have to go to. And I simply don't have time. Okay, so let's look at our map. We still haven't gone here. So I am going to just save it, and we will come back on the next trip and get the last of this debris. Thank you very much for joining me. It was a lovely time. I hope to see you soon.